South Washington Alternative High School students. I'm Chaunte, and I am a therapist from Youth Service Bureau, and I come to the high school 2 days a week on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So some of you might recognize me, some of you might not. But I am at the school 2 days a week to work with students on different things happening in their lives if they just want someone to talk to. Someone to go over any symptoms of like depression, anxiety, family issues, friend issues, relationship issues, needing just someone to talk to, talking about stress, school-related concerns. So I'm here if you want to come and say hi or introduce yourself and want to learn more about the services I can provide you. The services are free while we're at the school. So please stop down and say hi. You can find me at the front office. So today I'm talking with you all about hybrid learning tips and tricks for motivation and success. You guys have been doing hybrid learning and the transition from distance learning and now moving back to being back in school with the hybrid. So just wanting to give some refreshers if this is something you've already heard about before, or brand new tips if it's something you haven't. So here are some tips and tricks to stay motivated. I want you to think about your long-term goals. Why are you coming to school? What do you want to get from school? What do you want to get from this year? What do you want to get at the end of when you're done with school? A long-term goal might be you want graduation. You want to have a diploma. You want to be able to show that you've completed a high school education. So that is a long-term goal that we often think about and that we will use as a way to motivate us to show up to school on days that we don't want to. The problem with only focusing though on our long-term goal is that oftentimes the challenges of every day, the struggles with schoolwork or the curriculum or whatever it is that we're learning can make our long-term goal feel way out of reach, something that we won't be able to accomplish. It feels too big, too hard, and too far away to feel like it can really motivate us. It actually can discourage us. So what I want you to do instead is to really focus on your short-term goals. So maybe a short-term goal would be, I want to pass my classes this semester. I actually want you to go even shorter term and more specific. So for example, I want you to think to yourself and ask, what can I do today to help me achieve my long-term goal? So we're really breaking it down to a goal for the day, or what can I do tomorrow to help me get a little bit closer to my long-term goal. So examples of this might be, I attend classes today. I log in. I ask for help if I'm struggling. Today, I can get out of bed and email my teacher. And if that's one thing that will help you get closer to your long-term goal, and that feels more realistic and something that you can accomplish, then that's what you want to do for your day. That would be like your goal that you can commit to. So again, these shorter term goals are things that you feel like you can commit to, that are realistic and that like you can feel like you can succeed at. So by us breaking down our long-term goals into these really, really specific short-term goals, once we keep completing these short-term goals, it will lead us down that path to getting to the long-term goal without feeling discouraged that we can't get there because it feels too big and too far away. Another tip is to tell someone about your goal. So by us actually telling someone else what we want to accomplish, we are inherently becoming more committed to that goal, and it helps us keep us like accountable. So for example, if you tell your best friend that today you're really wanting to just log into each class or go to class and attend each class while you're in the school building, then your friend or your parent or whoever you want to talk to about your goal can then help encourage you to follow through. So let's say you're really struggling that day with anxiety or depression or just really tired. They can say, okay, you can do this, right? They'll use encouraging phrases and support you to make sure that you follow through. So tell someone about the goals. That's an important part of this. So the next part is making sure that you're waking up early every day. So not like so early, but definitely enough time to make sure that you can complete a morning routine. And the goal of this morning routine is to help make sure that you can feel rejuvenated and energetic for the rest of the day as much as you can. So a lot of us aren't morning people. However, we do notice, right, that maybe if we can somehow manage to get out of the bed and either take a shower or just splash some cold water on our face or brush our teeth and change our clothes, we will feel a little bit more motivated and feel like we're able to make the day go a little bit smoother just by engaging in those morning tasks. So if you're doing a distance day and you're at home, change your clothes. Like, get ready as if you're going to go to school. You know, do the things that you would normally do. It'll help you freshen up and have a little bit more motivation to carry on with the day. And it also gives your brain a cue. You know, we're used to having home be the place that we relax and aren't focused so much on school. But now that's different, right? You're going to have time in the day that you're really having to tell your brain, this isn't just relaxation time, I'm home so I can chill. We have to tell your brain through different environmental cues that it's time to focus and do your schoolwork. So doing those things, getting ready for the day, taking your medication, eating breakfast, you know, those things that you need to help make sure that your day goes smooth. You want to make sure that you're able to get up, do those things, and then carry on with your day. The next tip is, a lot of you are probably doing your schoolwork in your bed. That might be the only place in your home that you have space to do that. So the tip though is, don't do the schoolwork in your bed. If you need to be in your bedroom, okay, but not in your bed, right? Our brain is cued to correlate or match that our bed is a place for sleep or relaxing or watching TV or chilling with your friends or whatever, right? So when it's time to sit and study and focus and pay attention, our brain isn't going to help us do that when it's queued up to think that the bed is the place where you relax. So sit on your floor or bring in a different chair into your room. If you have a desk, use that. But if you can actually do your schoolwork outside of your bed, that would be the preferred method. Also change the lighting in your room. So I'm talking again about how to give your brain some environmental cues that now is the time to study or focus or do the task at hand and not be in a relaxed, cozy mode. So during the day, open your blinds, have your bright lights on, get extra lamps if you need to, if you can. Somehow try to create the environment during the day, during the school day when you're at home, to really reflect, this is a time where I'm studying and I'm being focused. Then at the end of the day, dim the lights. You can close your blinds. Have more of like your twinkle lights or whatever it is that you have in your room to make it feel cozy. Then that can also tell your brain, okay, now it's time to relax. Now it's time we can shift. Your school day is over now, and now you can move on and kind of just have that nice sense that this is a shift from school day to now being like your time off from school. Plan short, timed, meaningful breaks throughout the day. So plan, if you're having a break between classes, that you might get up and stretch. You might go outside, get some fresh air. You might go to the bathroom. You might go get a snack. But make sure that it's timed, right? Because if you are one that goes to go get a snack in the kitchen, and then something distracts you, and then you come back to your schoolwork like 2 hours later, then that's like 2 hours that you weren't able to focus on getting things done during the day. So have the breaks be timed, even if you need to set the alarm on your phone to remind you like your break is over, it's time to log back in, do something like that. But make sure that the breaks are meaningful, right? If you're needing to just close your eyes and take some deep breaths or something, you want to make sure that your breaks are giving your brain a break from having to have just been paying attention for so long, or from doing a school assignment that was stressful. So we really want to use those times to make sure that we're giving our brain a break and that we can kind of get more energy for the next class that we have. So make sure that you have an idea of when you want those breaks, and talking to your teachers too, if for some reason you're needing a break that might not be when the school is able to give a break, but you notice that maybe you're getting really overwhelmed at a certain point in the class. So just communicate to your teacher and say, like, there might be times I need to step away for 1 minute and then come back into it. Um, all of us have days that we struggle and we don't feel like we have enough energy or motivation to get some of the tasks done we want to get for the day, or it's hard to get out of bed, or we really, really want a couple more hours of sleep. So in those times, try to be mindful and thoughtful about why your short-term goals are so important to you, right? And most importantly, why were these goals so achieved? Like, why are they achievable? How are they achievable? Right? Because when you chose the goal that you intended to have for the day, like, I will, okay, so what's one thing that I can do today to help me reach my long-term goal? I will log into my classes. So why is that important to me to log in, and how is that going to be achievable for me? Why am I capable of that? How am I capable of that? To remind yourself that you can do this, and that it's worth it, even though it's hard. It's worth the challenge to sit up and log in, or whatever it is that you need or wanted to do. This is probably one of the most unpopular suggestions and tips, but limit your distractions through keeping your TV off, your phone put away, and I would say, like, keep it at least more than arm's distance away from you. Because every single time that we're looking at our phone, we're distracting ourselves. Even if my phone isn't alerting me that I have a text or an email or something like that, many of us are still looking at our phone just to see, right? Did I get an alert? Did I get something? And every time that we're doing that, we're losing the focus on what's at hand, and then it can be really hard for us to get back into the groove. So plan your breaks to maybe check your phone at that point. Again, those breaks are meant to be meaningful, so you can do something that can, either distract you or give your brain a break. So use that time wisely. And maybe that's a time you just check your phone, make sure that you're not needing to tend to something else. Same thing if you're chilling and watching Netflix while you're also in class, that's going to be distracting, and it's going to make it feel even harder to try to do assignments. So as much as you can limit the outside distractions, even if you're somebody that likes to have noise in the background, maybe then finding, like, music or something like that that's not going to be as distracting as like fiddling on your phone or playing, an app on an app, or watching TV. And the last one is stay away from the forget it's, right? Like, focus on what is in your control. For example, let's say you slept in late and you missed a class or two. Well, forget it. I already messed up for the day. So I'm just not going to try, and I will start again tomorrow, and it'll be fresh tomorrow. Don't fall into that trap, because guess what? You still have 2 more classes you can attend to. That's 2 more classes that you're not going to get behind in. So because you've had maybe a fallback or other challenges in the day, don't focus on those, and don't let those be like an excuse why you can't still focus on the things that you can control, the parts of the day that you can salvage, the parts of the day that you can complete and feel good about. So focus on what is in your control. And also, at the end of the day, give yourself some praise. Like, focus on the things that you did well today. The more that we're focusing on the things that we didn't do well, or the things that we put ourselves down for, that's going to get us stuck, and that's going to just suck up all of our motivation and take it away from us. So focus on the things that you did well, that felt good, and give yourself credit for that. So let's say you attended 1 class out of 4. Guess what? You completed 1 class out of 4. That is better than no classes out of 4. Tomorrow, can you make it 2 out of 4? Can you make it more than that? So again, acknowledge the things that you're doing well and use that as your motivation to keep going. So I have this slide here, and this is actually taken from a parent's guide to support children during virtual learning. So we're going to post this on the YouTube link. So if you want your parents to take a look at it, or if teachers are watching this or other loved ones, please pass this along to the parents. But I like the visual. So when we think of the things that we can control versus the things I cannot control, focus on the things that you can, right? Like your own attitude. You can control your attitude. If you find that when you're more negative or putting things down or focusing on that negativity of what you messed up today or this year or the last 3 years, then that's going to make it harder for us to feel good and to be motivated. So focus on trying to be more positive and amp yourself up and give yourself encouragement. Something out of your control, for example, is distance learning. That's hard for so many people, and that's out of our control. However, what are the strategies you can do that is in your control to make the situation a little bit better? That would be the things that we've talked about today, right? Focusing on the things that you want to accomplish each day to help you get to your long-term goal, connecting with other people, having them help you stay committed to what you need to do each day, um, getting up early enough to eat breakfast and take your medications if you have any, and to be where you need to be on time, so then you feel accomplished. So those are the things in your control. So with that being said, I hope that you can take some time to think about how you want to implement some of these tips and tricks, and how you can monitor your motivation and finding new ways to help you get through the tough days. Thanks for your time. It was my pleasure. Again, my name is Chaunte, and you can find me at Youth Service Bureau. You can come to our website or give me a call or email me. Thanks. Take care.